Oh, hello friends. It's Wednesday, week 4, squat day. It's my most dreaded day of the week. I've been very anxious coming into this session because, I don't know, I'm just afraid of squatting and putting big weights on my back and going, down with it. It's very scary, and I know today is gonna be very heavy, so I've been thinking about it the whole night. I don't even know what weight I'm gonna put, so yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna warm up and then I'll decide on the top set. But I know it's gonna be at least 200 kg and it's gonna be a double. Yeah, this morning I even forgot to weigh myself, so because I was so nervous. So I don't know where I'm at. I was at 152.3 on Monday and then I was at 150.9 on Tuesday. So it's starting to wear off already, and I guess we'll see on Friday if it was a temporary bounce back. Other than that, yeah, this session is gonna be very heavy and very scary. It's probably the hardest leg day I've ever done. But yeah, this is what I've been talking about in my previous video. It's all about getting yourself out of your comfort zone and facing your fear, and that's what I'm doing here today. I am afraid of squatting, and I have to face it. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, sure, I can go home and not do anything, but that's not a solution. So yeah, heavy squat double today, 200 plus kg, we'll see. And then I have ascending sets of 4, which are also getting very fucking heavy. I think it's gonna be 165, 170, 175 for the third one. Larsen Press, Romanian Deadlift, leg press, you just name it. There's everything on the menu today. And the worst part is I'm still a bit beat up from my deadlift session this Saturday, even though it's been 4 days, but I still feel like my hamstrings are a bit beat up. And that's the thing with powerlifting, like this is why we don't train to failure. It's not just the muscle you're damaging, it's like the connective tissue, the joints and everything, the nervous system, like all the fatigue you gather with the heavy lifts. It's not just the muscle breaking down and then you repair it. In bodybuilding, that's what you do. You just break down your muscle and then you repair it after a couple of days and you're good to go. In powerlifting, like it messes up your whole body, and that's why you cannot do it all the fucking time. You need to like periodize it. But yeah, I feel a bit beat up, and I don't think it's gonna interfere. The biggest obstacle here is myself and my fear of squatting. So yeah, I'm gonna start warming up, and I'll see you guys on the top set where we decide the weight. Wish me luck. I finished carrying the plates. That was a lot of work. Yeah, I think I told you on Monday, but every week 4 or every heavy week, I put on a singlet. And the reason for it is because the singlet gives you plus 10 strength, so you're gonna keep seeing me in this for the rest of the week. But yeah, I'm gonna start with my warm-up routine. Like I think I've shown you on my deadlift video as well. I always start with a small warm-up for my joints, and then I move on to the actual squat warm-ups. But yeah, see ya on the squat warm-up. Last warm-up, guys, is gonna be a 180 kg single. I increased it from last week. I think I did 170 for my last warm-up. After this one, based on how it feels, I'll decide my top set double. The only thing I know is I'm aiming for 200 kg or more. And I think the higher end number I have in my mind is 210, which is very fucking scary. But yeah, let's see how this moves, and then I decide the top set. What do I do? The warm-up felt good. I don't know what to do. Between 200 and 210. And I'm very anxious. I think a smart call would be to do. So here's the deal. My 1 rep max is 200 so far. So today I'm doubling at least my 1 rep max. So that's a big PR. Now I could push it as far as 210, or I could just keep the same pacing I've been doing since week 1, which was 7.5 kg increases. So it was 180, 187, 195, 202. Maybe I add 2 kilos on that, so it's 205. Jonas, what do you think? Should I?
210.
210. You want to see me suffer?
Yeah.
Jonas said 210. Now I cannot back down. You really want to see me suffer, man.
You have never failed on this exercise. Time to see what you're capable of.
Oh man. At least someone here believes in me. So yeah, Jonas said 210. I'm shit scared here, but now I gotta do it. And yeah, this is way out of my comfort zone. Oh man. Like out of all 3 lifts, you know, deadlift, if you feel like you can't do it, you just let it go. Bench press, I mean, bench press is scary, but still, I'm kind of used to it. You just rest the weight on your chest and then you can, you know, lean it. But squat, it's like so many things going through my mind. Like when you go down with 200 kg, you feel like your head is gonna burst, and then, I don't know, you can even lose balance back and forward, and super scary. But yeah, I'm gonna rest up and then I'm gonna try to do this shit. Alright guys, 210 kg for a double. It's gonna be a big PR. If I make it, it's 10 kilos over my single. If I don't make it, at least I should make 1, so it's still 10 kilos over my single. But I think it will be 15 kilos over my best double. So I'm very, very anxious. But Jonas made me do this, so you blame him. Let's go, lightweight. What the fuck did I do on that second rep, man? I lost breath.
Yeah, but you did it deep enough and everything looked fantastic.
I lost my brace on the way down. And I was like, am I gonna bail? No, fuck that. Let's go up. Oh man.
Running, but you made it.
I don't know how deep that was, but...
It was deep enough. For sure.
Oh man. That brace was a terrible mistake. I feel it in my spine, actually.
You did it though.
I did at least one good, I think, but the second one was a bit sloppy. Either way, it's a fucking PR.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go. Oh man, that was fucking... I never felt a bar whipping like that. I felt like a bird with the wings flapping, you know. See ya, Jonas. Thanks for making me do this. But yeah guys, that was a PR. I need to watch the playback. Like that second rep was so fucking scary because I took a big breath, I braced, and then on the way down I let the air go out and I took some more air in again, which is like a very bad idea to do on a squat, especially this heavy weight. But I did make it, and it was way out of my comfort zone. So if I can face my fears like that, you can do it too as well. But yeah, next one is gonna be ascending sets of 4, 165, 170, 175. It's 5 kilo jumps from last week, nothing unusual. Although after that double, I think the 175 for a 4, that's gonna feel a bit heavy. But it is week 4 after all, so let's move on. All right, first ascending set, 4 reps at 165. Let's go. Easy work. Second set, 170 kg. Let's go. Alright guys, last ascending set, 175 for 4 reps, and on its own, this is not that heavy, but given that I did an RPE9 double today, and this is the third ascending set, it is gonna be fucking heavy. Let's go. The last set is Backoff, minus 10% of the weight, so I think this is 157.5 kg. Just to get some extra volume, this should be pretty easy. Let's wrap it up. Alright guys, that's it for the squat. I feel so relieved that I'm done with it. Not just because it was a big PR and I got it, it's just, you know, that it's behind me. Because the last 48 hours, that's all I could think about, you know, this squat. I've been very anxious about it. And I know I said on Monday that the theme of this week is gonna be me pushing myself out of my comfort zone. But as you guys just saw, I actually bailed out. It was Jonas who pushed me out of my comfort zone. I was about to do 205. So, and sometimes that's all you need, you know, just that small external push. Oh. But yeah, that second rep on the double, very scary stuff. Like, you don't want to lose your brace on a heavy squat. And for those of you who don't know what bracing is, it's basically when you lift something heavy, like one of the most important things is that your core is very tight. It's like, you know, if you imagine just someone's gonna punch you in your stomach and you're like, ugh. That's what bracing is. It's very important that you do that properly. And on a squat, for example, when you brace, you hold your breath on the way down, and then only on the way up you might let it out. But what happened for me is I braced on my second rep and I held my breath, and then midway down I let it out and my stomach became loose. So like the weight, instead of being held by my core muscles and my whole, you know, most of my body, it went on my back a bit. And luckily I do have a strong back, so it's not like I got hurt or anything, but I can feel that, you know, my back is a bit fatigued after that set. But yeah, I never actually researched like if there are any ways to practice bracing. It's been a bit of a struggle for me, especially on squat, to, you know, brace properly. So I might look into that, because that's like the only thing I can see that I did wrong on that squat. It's just the bracing. If I brace properly, everything else will be fine. But in the end, I got it anyway, so it's a win, and it's a big PR. This whole block I added 17.5 kilograms on my best double, and that was also 10 kilograms over my best single. I set the bar high for my next block where I'm gonna do singles, so I think I need to beat 210 now. But yeah, we'll talk about that once I get there. For now, I'm very happy that I'm done with this, and this is the heaviest squat of this block, so next week it's gonna be a deload, and I'm looking forward to that. I need to recover a bit, and I'm also happy that I actually recorded this PR, unlike my bench press triple on Monday. This is another thing I really like about powerlifting. It's this delayed gratification thing. You know, you put in work for weeks, months even, and only after, you know, putting all that work, you actually get to see the results. It's not just, you don't see the results every day, right? So this squat I did, the double, I think my previous double was set back in November, and it was 192.5 for a double. So I've been putting in work since November. That's like 3 months. I think it's been like 3.5 months of putting in the work. Only now I can get to see the result. And I think that's a very, very good skill to practice, you know, in life, delayed gratification, because it can be applied to anything, you know. Whatever you do, you might not see the results immediately, and it can be very demotivating, you know. You work your ass off, but you don't see anything, you don't get anything in return. Most of the time it's like that. You need to put in the work, you need to push through it, and only after a while the results come back. And that's what matters in the end, like that the results do come back if you stick to putting in the work. But if you give up, of course, then no results. But yeah, that's what powerlifting is all about. Especially like if you compare it all to all the other sports, like this is the most boring sport out there. You do the same fucking thing over and over and over again, and then like after 3 or 4 months you get better at it. Then you go back, you do it all over again. Then 3 months after you see some results. That's what it is. It's a very like it's a mental obstacle to overcome as well. Like if you get yourself to do that, I always think you can get yourself to do anything. But yeah, moving on, it's gonna be Larsen Press. I'm gonna add 2.5 kg on all the sets compared to the previous week. I don't know the numbers now, but and I think I'll do one warm up before I jump into it, because I haven't really warmed up my upper body, and I am very fatigued from that Monday bench session, so I want to take it easy. So I checked the program. Larsen Press, it's gonna be 3 ascending sets, 107, 112, and 117. And then the last is back off, 10% weight reduction. So 7 reps of each set. Let's wrap it up. That was the top ascending set. And to be honest with you, I think I undershot a bit on the Larsen Press. Like this was supposed to be RPE8, but I think I had like at least 4 reps in me. So yeah, note to myself for the next block. That's it for Larsen Press. Next one is Romanian Deadlifts. Oh man, I think the remaining part of this workout is pure torture. Romanian Deadlifts, leg press, high reps. Okay, the seated curls are not that bad. But yeah, I think next 30 minutes, that's when my ability to walk will be reduced by 80%. Let's go. I'm gonna warm up with 100 kg first, and then I move on straight to the top set. Top set is gonna be 170 kg. I'm doing 5 reps today. So 5 reps at 170 and then 2 Backoff Set 152.5. And I'm gonna strap up for all of them because my grip strength is shit this block. That's it for Romanian deadlifts. God damn, I'm dead. This one kills my cardio, and the leg press, it kills my legs. So let's do the leg press now. All right, leg press is gonna be top set 250, 9 reps, and then backoff set 220, also 9 reps. Let's go. That wasn't that bad. I think the last week was worse. First back off. This is where the lactic acid starts to build up. Oh, I'm gonna hate this. Oh, fuck my life. This is it, last set. And that's what I've been talking about earlier, delayed gratification, guys. Do this shit day after day, week after week, month after month. And only then you see a little bit of results. You know, sometimes I wonder, I think something needs to be wrong with you to be able to do this. Like a sane person will not put themselves through all this shit. But I ain't no sane person, so let's fucking go. Oh man. So the hardest part is over. And actually I didn't even film the hardest part, which was me climbing upstairs to reach this machine after that leg press. How am I still alive? Leg curls for the hamstrings. 3 sets of 10, I think, at 70 kg. Same as last week. So let's just get this over with. I want to go home and eat. I'm dead. Leg curls done. I think the only thing left is the calves, and that's an easy exercise to do. It's just time consuming, so let's do that as well, and then I go home and eat. Oh man, that's it, guys. That's the end of the squat day. Very good session. I'm very happy with the PR. I mean, that double wasn't perfect, but I think I took a very long pause between the reps. The second rep was very sloppy as well. Lost the brace, but it is what it is. You learn from it, and next time it will be better. Either way, it's a win. Any win I can get, I'm happy about. But yeah, so far, week 4 is going better than as expected. And I have 2 more sessions left. The Friday secondary bench, which I don't think I'll push that hard, but given how that single at 150 looked last Friday, I think I'll set a new PR on it at least, but I don't think I'll go like all out or anything. And then the Saturday deadlift, that I'm gonna push very hard. I'm hoping for a big PR on that one. Yeah, fingers crossed that the rest of the week 4 looks just as good as this one. Time is, I'm actually not even late today. I woke up at 5:30. So I started early and I finished in under 3 hours, which is good. So I'm gonna wrap up and go for work, but stay tuned for that Friday and Saturday sessions. Take care, guys.